Good morning, everyone. I wanted to discuss two tickers that I think could go on massive runs. You could play these either as a day trade, a swing trade, or a long-term hold. Just so you know, I have taken long positions in both of these tickers, and I'm going to explain why in this video. They are Wish and Sava. So let's get started. And again, before I do, nothing I say is financial advice. If you guys could please take a minute to like and subscribe this video, I'd really appreciate it because nobody knows who I am yet on YouTube. And that's the only way that this video gets shared so that other people know what's going on with these tickers. All right, have a great day, everyone, and hope you enjoyed the video. We are looking at the 1-year chart of Wish, which is Context Logic. And guys, this is very interesting because as you can see, we have been in a downtrend over the past year, like a really bad downtrend that's been basically a falling knife that just kept on falling. In the past year, you're only seeing $15 as the high, but at one time, guys, the stock was actually trading at above $30. And I want you to take a look at what happened a few days ago. So it's very hard to see because of the cluster. So I'm going to highlight for you the purple line right here. I'm going to try to get it right here. But look at the tip. Look in this area. But here we go. See the purple line here? This is the 48 SMA. The blue and the green are above it now. Okay, and they literally just made this cross when you see this candle going up here, this big one. So basically 3 trading days ago. Okay, guys, and this is the green, which is my 13. So as you can see, a few trading days ago, that 13 made its cross above the 48. Okay, they were like neck and neck, and they just officially crossed. Actually, it may have been a few trading days back that the 13 physically crossed above the 48. They were pretty much running parallel. It's kind of hard for me to see in this area because it is so close. But let me see if I blow it up and we just look at the last 10 days. We can get a better view. Here we go, guys. It was actually several days ago that the 13 made the cross above the 48. Let's see, 1, 2, and it fell down right after that happened, interestingly enough, which normally doesn't happen. But this would be the buy signal for a trader. A swing trader that was going to enter this position. And as you can see, yeah, it did go down, but not significantly, which is odd. Very, very odd. Anyways, let's look here. When you see this big move, what happened? The 20 SMA crossed above. The blue is my 20, and the purple is my 48. So it's actually 4 days ago, guys, we got that cross, and we've been going up since. Yesterday was pretty much flat by this doji candle. So what this doji candle indicates to me is that this trend is struggling. It could go in either direction, guys. A doji generally indicates a change, okay? So pay attention to it. But this is on my watch list and high up there on my watch list because this could either have a significant move up or we could see it fall under. But right now, both the 13 and the 20 are above my 48 SMA. So to me, I think we're going to continue up. And I think yesterday was just basically a flat day in the market, which would be another reason that causes this is if it's flat. So again, this is on my watch list too, a stock that may start to go on a run. It has a long way up to go, guys, and it's been down for a very long time. So in order for true swing traders to get into this, right now it's probably a day traders and a retail market that you're going to see trying to get into this early. But for a true swing trader, they're going to want to see those moving averages cross above the 200, guys. The 200 is the red line. That's all the way up here after $3. But if we get some big moves, then you're going to see more volume coming in once we can get above this. So it's early into this play, but it's something that everyone should definitely have on their watch list because I believe that Wish can have some massive moves up once this trend is confirmed to be moving in an upward angle, which, guys, it had 1, 2, 3, 4 days upwards, and then yesterday where it finished fairly flat based on this doji here, but we're still maintaining that upward trend. So we're in our 5th day of upward movement, guys. So please keep Wish on your list. Looking at the daily 5-minute chart of Wish, as you can see, we have the 1348, which crossed under yesterday, a little bit around 3:30. But guys, you can notice that there wasn't a lot of volume in the after hours and stuff, and it didn't make much of a move. But right now what we're looking at is that we're seeing the movement up. And again, the green is my 13, the purple is my 48. I'm watching for that 13 to cross above the 48 and for this to make its next leg up. And I'm going to show you the daily chart and why it coincides with this and why I think this definitely deserves a spot on your watch list. Next is Cassava Science. Sava, S-A-V-A, is the ticker. And this is the 1-year chart. We're looking at the daily. And as you can see, back in the beginning of June, approximately around June 1st, according to this chart, I would say approximately June 1st, we got the 13, which crossed above the 48 on the daily chart, guys. This is a massive indicator of an uptrend. And that, this downtrend, it's been in for quite a long time. I mean, it's been kind of a wave in the past year with highs as high as 145 up here. Then when you see all the 13 dip below the 48, all the way down to, this was roughly the $40 range, I would say. Then we saw the 13 cross back above the 48, and this go as high as $95, I believe it was on this run. Let me just pull up that candle. Oh, my screen's blocking it. 1 second. Yeah, you can see here it actually went to $100 on this candle when it crossed back above, guys. And then again, this has been the massive target of short attacks. And you can see this is a short ladder attack right here, guys. And this has been going on repetitiously with this ticker. And Hindenburg did a whole short report on it, which was horrible, to be perfectly honest, because this has an amazing drug for Alzheimer's. Anyways, I digress, but this again crossed back under the 1348 back in December, where it had a very long downtrend. It crossed back above briefly in February, where this time it only got as high as $62.49. Okay, guys, so you're seeing that it's making lower highs and lower lows this whole entire time, okay? So even though we're getting the cross back above, and we went into a little uptrend, the overall pattern for this ticker has been a downtrend. But I'm showing it to you because I believe we have found our bottom and are now reversing into an uptrend. And I expect some massive moves. But let's continue on. So then after that 62.49 here, we continue to get, again, short ladder attack right back down and cross below the 48 again. Again, the green is my 13, the purple is my 48, and I am using this right now while I'm showing you on the daily chart. When I call out my plays on tickers on Twitter, I am calling them out on an intraday 5-minute chart, guys, just so that you're not confused. But this is what I'm looking at for overall trend and to know when I'm seeing a reversal and for the most powerful moves, because you get them when you have these crosses on the daily chart, okay? And that's why I'm reviewing the whole thing with you so you can see how big that these moves have been in the past, okay? So again, the blue is the 20 SMA. So it tries here to start moving up. No success, short ladder attack right back down, guys. This got taken down on its lowest point all the way to like $15.72. That was its low. Guys, this drug should be trading well above $100. This is insanity. And it's a great buying opportunity, which is why I'm showing it to you. Again, there's many ways you can play this. You can play it as a long-term hold, which I think you'll do very well with. Not financial advice, just my personal opinion. You could play it as swing trades, or you could play it as daily in and out day trades. There's a lot of ways that you can make money in this ticker. And to be perfectly honest with you, I play it all 3 ways, okay? So, again, going back to the beginning of June, we get that 1348 cross, guys. And once again, they've tried really hard to bring this back down, but we still remained above the 48 SMA this entire time, okay? The purple is the 48. As you can see, yesterday I called this out again, and look at that big move that it had, guys. Again, this is a target of short sellers. This has been very beat up. And I believe that we have another massive move up coming. And I am keeping a very close eye on this, and I recommend all of you do as well. Just so you know what's going on for today, I'm going to show you the daily chart. Okay, so as you can see, yesterday we made the 1348 cross when I called it out in the morning. We crossed above, and then for the remainder of the day, guys, it pretty much traded sideways. It consolidated. And then we got around 2 p.m. a brief cross under, which, guys, this is to be expected. I'm looking for these little cross unders so it can cross back over and make its next big move up. This is very common, and sometimes it happens a couple times. So I wouldn't be surprised at market open, even though things look really great right now, if we briefly dip back under and came back up, or who knows, today could be the day that some shorts decide to close out their positions and this just starts off running, because it closed at 29.44 last night and they dipped it under in after hours and it immediately came right back up, guys. So after hours, take with a grain of salt. There's very low volume. The stock has not gotten a lot of volume on it lately, except on days when it's had news catalyst. If a news catalyst comes in, guys, I believe that, you know, if a positive news catalyst comes in, I believe we could see a massive closeout of short sellers, because it's very over leveraged. You know that the market right now, we're seeing a lot of covering starting to take place, and I am waiting to see covering take place on SAVA too. And when it does, I expect a very, very large move to the upside. And looking at the trend in that daily chart, I believe we hit our bottom back down on $15. And I believe that now the only way that it has to go is up from here. Of course, it can have days, you know, stocks don't trade in a perfect straight line up, so it may have days where it dips, but I believe the trend overall has reversed and we are now in an uptrend. And I am keeping a close eye on this. Again, today, I wouldn't be surprised if at market open, they try to dip it just below like we saw here. Nothing to be concerned about, but that may be a good entry point if you were looking at possibly swing trading this, getting into a long position, or even day trading it. So again, what I'm going to watch for at market open is to see which way it goes. If it does dip below that 48, then the entry would, for a swing day or just a long-term hold, any way you want to look at it, guys, the best entry, in my opinion, if it dips below this 48, would be when it crosses back above, okay? So put those indicators on your chart, and SAVA is an amazing drug. You know, my history before I got into the stock market, and the reason I got in the stock market is because I was a registered nurse. I specialized in geriatric med psych, and from there I found a love for hospice, because a lot of my patients were dying, and a lot of them, unfortunately, were suffering from Alzheimer's disease, which, if you guys don't have anyone in your family with it, it's really a horrible disease, and it doesn't just affect the patient, it affects the entire family. Imagine waking up one morning and your mother not recognizing who you were, or your father not recognizing who you were. Guys, Alzheimer's is a really sad disease, and this company has a wonderful drug that, you know, they don't believe how good this drug is, and that's why they're creating these short reports. But right now, it was introduced into a study in a Korean hospital, guys, and Korea has very strict policies. If they didn't believe in what this drug could do for Alzheimer's patients, and possibly even for people that have chronic pain, because they found some interesting data with that as well, you know, they would not allow that in a Korean hospital. I firmly believe in SAVA and its potential. And, you know, they say sometimes when something is too good to be true, it is, which is why I think that it got the attack that it did from Hindenburg and from people that don't believe in it. But I believe that there's also things that really we find by accident, guys, and we realize what an amazing ability that it has. And I believe that's the case with Zava. I believe that it is going to be an amazing find when it finally gets FDA authorization, which, guys, it's far away from that at this time. It's still in the study phase. But when it does, I mean, the stock could be worth a lot of money, which is why I'm keeping it in my long-term portfolio. But I did want to bring it to your attention and tell you why I'm bullish on it and show you both charts. So do with it what you will. Please do your DD. Again, there's a lot of controversy, but I believe that what they found is huge, and I believe that we have huge potential. And look, as we're talking right now, I see market makers trying to bring this back under. So like I said, guys, pay attention. You might get a good opportunity to save yourself a few cents, and I believe it'll very quickly rebound. If you notice, they did the same thing the day before where they dipped it under and brought it back up. And look at the big move it had. So keep this on your list today, and you will be hearing more about this drug from me in the future, because I believe that it is a wonderful asset to patients with dementia and their families, and I will be talking about it more, but I just wanted to give you a look at it as a potential swing or day trade for today, guys. All right, have a nice day, everyone.